Hi everyone, my name is Mary Beth. Welcome to my channel. I've decided to do, if this works out, maybe I'll do this weekly. This is a message from your divine masculine or your divine counterpart. And this will be for the week of February 22nd to February 29th. And I was going to do it from two perspectives, a message from your divine masculine in the fifth dimension and your divine masculine in the third dimension. So your divine masculine in the fifth dimension is your twin flame's higher self, and so I figured, your twin flame from the fifth dimension can give you some really good advice on how to magnetize you and your third dimensional twin flame faster. So that's why I pulled some cards from them, and then of course, I have a message from your third dimensional twin flame as well. And so, yeah, I was going to do this weekly to see how that goes. And I do have a series out this week that has to do with how to magnetize your twin flame. And it's going to be also, if you want, at the end of each video, I also go into some chakra cleansing, some energy clearing to help you magnetize, because it's all energy. It's not really about the divine timing. It's more about the energy. You just want to make sure that energetically you're a match, and that you're in alignment, but that the frequency is pretty high, because you want to attract in the frequency of love versus fear. Because if you're both in fear, or if one of you are in fear, then the relationship, it just repels. And so there's a lot of twin flames right now who are in and out, in and out, in and out of the relationship, because they don't understand why they can't stay together. It's because you have to cleanse out the energies. You have to deprogram yourself of the old paradigm of the whole codependency. People who are getting relationship too soon, they don't realize that it's not a third dimensional codependent relationship. It's, you have to feel whole first, and they have to feel whole, and then you have to love yourself, and they have to love themselves, and that's how you attract. Okay. And then of course it's balancing out your own inner divine feminine, inner divine masculine energies. And when you balance that out, they're balanced as well, because that is them, and that is them. I'm sorry, that is you in another body. And so when you balance yourself out, they get balanced too. It takes about a week. So you have to balance yourself out for a week, and then that will balance them out. And then they have to be balanced out for a week, and then that's how you start magnetizing each other. So yeah, so look for that. I also do the DM and DF weekly energies, if you want to check that out. And then I did a bunch of sun signs as well, if you want to check that out. Okay, though. So let's start. And let's see what advice. I figured it was a message, but it's probably more advice from your fifth dimensional twin flame, and then again a message from your third dimensional twin flame. So let's see what they said. Okay, so let's see the first. Okay, so you got the devil reverse. So what this is telling me is that your divine masculine or divine counterpart is asking you to please release any attachment. So if you're feeling any kind of attachment to being in union, physical union with your twin flame in the 3D, that's going to repel them, because now you're not feeling whole, and then they're not going to feel whole. And so it's just the way it is, where they're just mirroring back to you that whatever needs to be deprogrammed inside of you. So if you're feeling like, oh, you're just really, really attached to the whole, I need to be in physical union with my 3D, then that will repel. And so just to give you an idea of what's going on in their minds in the third dimension, is they're thinking, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough, they're too good for me. And then it doesn't even matter when you get into union. So I know, because I did this, like I reached out, and of course he was more than happy to be in a relationship with me, but it doesn't work, because even when you're in the 3D, they don't believe you. It doesn't matter how much you tell them, oh, how much you feel, they don't believe you, because it's energetically, they're like, nope, that's not what I'm getting, that's not what I'm feeling. Energetically, I feel like you're lying to me. You I'm not good enough. You don't look at me like I'm good enough. And it's like that type of thing. And all it is because when we which is what I did, treat it like a regular third dimensional codependent relationship, not realizing I'm supposed to love myself, not realizing I'm supposed to feel whole by myself. It doesn't matter what my counterpart does as long as I feel whole and make sure that I'm healing my own inner child. Then all I was doing was I was being attached to what his actions were. So I was like, it didn't matter. Like, oh, he was texting me. Oh, it wasn't flirty enough. Or, oh, like, why did he ask to, like, why didn't he hang out with me on Friday night? Why is he going out with his friends instead? It was very much like I was attached to like being with him. And so, but we got in so early that we didn't clear out what we needed to clear out. We didn't do the work when we came into union, and that was after a year and a half of separation. So anyway, this is why I do this channel now. It's just to kind of teach everyone what I learned, because just know you have to release attachment, because so this is for those of you who are already in twin flame union. I know a lot of you are watching these channels too because you're having such a tough time and you feel like you're losing them. I know how that feels. You're starting to lose them and you don't know why. Don't feel attached. Don't feel attached. Be whole on your own. Follow your own bliss. Love yourself. Clean out your own energies. Do the inner child work. Keep healing yourself. Okay. All right, the next card you got it says Visionary Leader, King of Wands. Yeah, so what this is saying is that they're asking you to realize that you are a visionary leader. They're asking you, so you have some kind of mission. So all twin flames have some kind of mission but maybe there's some kind of gift, something maybe, only your divines are going to lead you in that direction no matter what. And I think a lot of you don't realize that there's something there's this passion and fire inside of you, and that there's something that you're supposed to take leadership in because you are a visionary. And so your fifth dimensional counterpart is helping you with that, and they're helping you to guide you, and they're pushing you in a certain direction, and they're asking you to start to notice things and little synchronicities, and and then just giving you hint, this is what you're supposed to be doing. And so they're saying that you are a leader, you are a visionary leader, and they are helping you with that. And it's upside down because I think a lot of you don't realize it yet. And so keep watching for those signs and synchronicities as your fifth dimensional, because it's funny how people think, oh, I'm supposed to be in twin flame union, and we're on a mission. Well, yeah, but you already are in twin flame union with your fifth dimensional counterpart, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're doing your mission with you. It's in the fifth dimension. Your mission's up here, your mission's not down here in the third dimension. It's in the fifth dimension. And so your twin flame is already helping you with your mission. You don't have to be in third dimensional union. And plus that's another thing they're telling me. They're like, stop being attached to the whole oh, we're in separation, because there's no such thing as separation. That's another big, huge lesson when it comes to the twin flames, is that you're supposed to get rid of the whole illusion of separation and know that you're already in union. And this is who you're in union with right now. It's the higher self, that you are in union with your twin flames higher self. Everyone thinks like we share a higher self, but what I'm learning is that no, your twin flame has their own higher self, and then you have your own higher self, but you share an oversoul, is what I'm learning. And so, but you're in relationship with your twin flame's higher self, and they are like crazy in love with you, and they're like teaching you, and they're guiding you, and they're sending all sorts of love songs and stuff like that. And so pay attention to that. We have the Page of Wands reversed. And so what I'm getting with this is they want you to get excited and feel like live your life now, like be curious and feel excited about your day now, like follow your own bliss right now. Like get that frequency up high, because when you do that, your twin flame, which is you in another body, has no choice but to follow you, has no choice but to rise up with you, because it's you in another body. When you're balanced, your twin flame has no choice but to be balanced, and then vice versa. If you're imbalanced, your twin flame has no choice but to be imbalanced. Please watch my other videos. I do talk about balancing out the divine feminine and divine masculine. I also do life coaching on that. Your twin flame can be severely lost or maybe you have some addictions and stuff like that. If you're not in balance, it's making them imbalanced. Okay. Yeah, so your twin flame in the fifth dimension is asking you to like feel excited and feel curious and with life, and not to wait for your third dimensional counterpart. Do it now. Like feel alive in your bliss. I like to call it blisscipline. It's a real word. I think it's in the dictionary. Follow, it's like being disciplined in your bliss, writing a list of things that make you happy. Okay, then you also got Queen of Swords. So what this is telling me, your twin flame counterpart is asking you not to be so sharp with your words or thoughts towards your twin flame. And I know this firsthand because I've done this. It was kind of a slap in the face, but I didn't know. Sometimes it's unconscious for all of us, where we look to our twin flame in the third dimension and say, ugh, forget it, never mind. I mean, if you're not going to, be what I am, whatever it is, whatever negative thinking that you have. Like for me, I'll tell you exactly what I thought. My own thinking was, oh, if you're not helping me grow, if you're not helping me to evolve, then right now you're not for my highest good. And actually, you'll see that in some of my old videos. I say that a lot because I was being so independent. And they're asking you not to be the Queen of Swords, because that's what you're doing. And what that does is it sends that energy to your third dimensional twin flame, and they feel that. And then they really don't feel good enough for you, because they feel like, oh, wow, I'm not for your highest good. They feel that. And then, so any kind of negative thoughts. So what they're asking you to do is be playful with your thoughts about them. Just be playful, like never like a needy, like, I need you, or when are you coming, or I'm so upset with you. It's more like it's like just kind of like a playful, like, oh, wouldn't it be nice if we just hung out by the fire? Wouldn't it be cool if we walked the dog? And just be play. And then they feel that. They feel that playful energy, and then they start feeling safe, and then you're starting to magnetize them again. Okay, and then also another thing I wanted to mention is when you do send any kind of negative thoughts to them, you're actually sending negative thoughts to yourself. And what that does is it comes back to you, and it usually comes back to you in another way. So with me, when I start doing that, and as I said, you'll see that in some of my videos, I will actually say that. And what happened was, because in a way that's kind of like shaming my own twin flame. So I was actually shaming myself, and it came through my boss. And so my boss shamed me, which my boss never shames me. And so, with my full-time job. And I couldn't understand like what that was, because I thought my work was really good, and the example that was used actually was really good work. And so then I had to figure out, oh, it was a metaphysical thing. It was me shaming my own twin flame. I was shaming myself. And then the universe said, well, if you're going to shame yourself, then here you go. And then it came back to me. So just watch out with being the Queen of Swords. Okay. And then the next message your fifth dimensional twin flame has for you is King of Pentacles, stable. Yep. So they're asking you to stabilize your inner divine feminine, inner divine masculine energies. They're asking you to go slow and steady in your progress. Don't rush into anything. Notice your own abundance, notice your own prosperity, work on your own prosperity, work on your own abundance. Because trust me, when you do this for yourself, no one can take it away from you. It's very hard to be in, and I know you know this, when you're in a relationship, you don't like it when someone takes away your happiness. It doesn't even have to be a boyfriend or a girlfriend. It could be like a family member, like you're feeling so good and you're so happy, and you come home and then like someone starts with you, and it's like they rip away your whole like stability. Because it's like their drama, and they like suck you into their drama. And then you're just like, oh my God, I was having such a good day. And so they're asking you to like work on your own inner stability, and work on your own prosperity, and work on your own inner love, so that people can't do that to you anymore. Get out of that matrix, get out of that programming where you have to, be codependent. Don't depend on other people to make you happy. Don't be dependent on others to make you feel at home or make you feel a certain way. Just rely on yourself to do that. And then when you do, no one can take that away from you, no matter how much they try. Okay, and then the next card you got is the Five of Pentacles reversed. Sorry, my nails. Reversed. So they're asking you not to feel isolated and alone. And so they want, what they're trying to tell you here is that you're not alone. So your fifth dimensional counterpart's like, I'm right here. I never left you, not one time. I have been with you every step. I am trying to help you. Please look for my signs and synchronicities. I am sending you songs. Just like listen for songs hitting your brain. Feel messages. Feel my love. When you go in and when you love yourself, like feel your heart explode and feel me loving you as well. They're saying, please don't feel isolated and alone on this journey. And please, please, please just, talk to me, communicate with me, and so they always, and they will respond. They will show themselves to you in very odd ways. It's very interesting. So I like to tell the story how for Valentine's Day I ended up with roses. This is last year. So last year I didn't pay for them. I just ended up with roses I didn't pay for, and it wasn't like from my twin. My twin flame didn't say here, But then as they're sitting on my counter, I'm like, somebody wanted me to have roses today, and so yeah, and so inadvertently, I was given roses from my twin flame. My twin flame wanted me to have them. They were offered to me by somebody else that I didn't pay for. But anyway, look for those signs and synchronicities. They're always trying to show their love to you in certain ways. And then the last card you got is the Lovers, twin flame connection. So they want you to know to really believe in this, that this is a twin. So for those of you who are watching and maybe you're wondering and say, well, am I a twin flame? Am I really? Yeah. So this is kind of confirmation. They want you to know, yes, this is a twin flame connection, and that it's not because your third dimensional counterpart doesn't love you. It's just that they vibrationally are not a match right now. It's just an energetic thing where it's so heavy and so dense inside of them that they're healing their inner child, and and trust me, you don't want somebody in your, because what happens is if you get in too soon, they're constantly wanting to distract themselves from their pain, because most twin flames, when they are, so most twin flames are the ones who are here to heal the collective, and so they take on a lot of karma. They take on really, really hard childhoods or past lives, and so they have to take the time to clear that, and they have to take the time to heal that, and a lot of it's inner child work. That's why I'm doing my video series on cleansing the chakras to help release that, and then you get lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter as all that is released and purged, and then until you get to a higher vibration in that frequency, and that's how you magnetize your twin flame. Okay. All right. And then I did pull 7 cards from your third dimensional twin flame, and this is the message that they would want you to know right now. Okay. So what they want you to know right now is that they're still healing their heart. So their heart is healing. And so they're healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationships or addiction. And so this can be many things, whatever it means to you. So some of them might be healing a heart from maybe something that happened to them in the past. Maybe some of them were abused in some way, and there's something that they're still working on to heal their inner child. Or it could be maybe recently you were in twin flame physical union and now you're out. I think I have a feeling because there's so many levels of twin flames, like in different rounds of twin flames going on, and I feel like I'm channeling for the ones who are just about to get back into union, and so I have a feeling for most of you this is about you. They're healing their hearts about you, and everything that happened in the past, and they're trying to free themselves from this relationship, like codependency, because you can't be in a codependent relationship, and they are understanding this now. They're starting to realize that it just didn't work, and they're just as awakened as you are. The reason why I know this is because we got the twin flames card. They want you to know that they are your twin flame. And again, if you needed confirmation, if you were a twin flame, you have it. It's right here. This is why I know I have a very awakened group here. So the ones that I'm channeling, which is probably why I don't get a whole lot of views on my videos. I get very few, is because I don't think there's a whole lot of twin flames where the divine masculine understands the twin flame situation or even knows that they're a twin flame. But this particular group, you do. And in this particular group, the divine masculine, knows that this is a twin flame situation, and so they're doing the work. And that is what I want to say is that is a big how do I want to word this? The fact that they know that they are your twin flame and the fact that they are working on themselves so much right now, that says a lot about you. That shows how much you've been doing the work. That shows how much you've awakened, and that shows how much you have balanced yourself out. Otherwise, most divine masculines do not know that they're twin flames. Because I even know twin flames that are in physical union right now, and the divine masculine still doesn't know, and they wouldn't believe it if you told them. And here you're in separation, I'm gathering. I think maybe some of you who view this channel might be actually in union as well, because I do feel like you still need help being in union, because it's very difficult. Sometimes it's more difficult being in union because you feel like it's starting to slip away and you don't know why, and you're trying to figure out how to keep it, how to stabilize it. So please watch my series on magnetizing the twin flame, because I think even people in twin flame union need that, because it gets very unstable and they feel like it's slipping away. So yeah, keep doing the energy work and the cleansing of the chakras. That's going to really help. Okay, and then the other thing that they want you to know is they're ascending. They're transcending obstacles, learning their expansion. They're going into a new phase, and they're preparing for union because they know that you're their twin flame. They know you're their twin flame, and they're preparing for union. And so keep up the good work, and keep doing what your fifth dimensional twin flame said to do. Don't be so attached. Like, unattach. Follow your own bliss. Notice your own prosperity, live your life to the fullest, have faith that this is your twin flame and that they're coming back to you. Don't be like, don't be like a queen of swords. Don't be cutting with your words or thoughts. Treat them as if it is you, like you want to send loving thoughts. Be very playful, because they know they're the runner. They know they're the runner. And they're so aware of it, and they understand the why, and they know why they're running, and they know it's fear. They know they have all this fear, and they can't really accept themselves in that way. They don't like being, and honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. So what's going on, and then I know this because I had the same experience, with my twin flame. So it didn't matter if I was in union or out of union, same thing. But twin flames that are in union, they're still noticing that they always have to make the first move. For, like, let's just say, like, oh, like, why aren't they, asking me to go out on a date, even though we're dating? Well, it's because they have so much fear of rejection that they need you to do it. And so, and it doesn't work that way. Like you don't want that in a relationship. You don't want them to have so much, like, they're in so much fear of, like, you not wanting them. And it's because you're not feeling whole enough on your own. But at the same time, it's such a delicate balance. Like, you have to be so compassionate to them and just be playful in your energies, and not, like, have this. I did a lot of crying, to be honest with you. I did so much crying in physical union. And I just, and I didn't want to, like, say why, but I did tell him I was sad, and I was telling my friends, like, oh, I'm so sad, like, I was so sad all the time, and I didn't know why, and then they were sad, like, he was sad, and so it's very, when it's codependent like that's what happens. It turns very sad, and then I'm hearing other people who are in twin flame union saying the same thing, where they're like, oh my gosh, they're scared that I'm going to reject them, and they're in union, and it's just like, you don't want that. You want them to feel, secure, and you want them to be healed. Okay. All right, and then we also got the sunglasses. So your third dimensional twin flame wants you to know that they're watching you, they're looking. So, probably this is social media, or maybe they have old pictures of you that they like to look at. Maybe there's old texts that they've kept in their phone. They like to reread them. Whatever it is, they're watching you. In some cases, maybe they're even stalking you, where maybe they know where you hang out and they just want to look and see and make sure there's no car in your driveway or something like that. But don't think it's creepy or anything. They just miss you. That's all. Okay. And then the next thing you got is girl with a snake. So yeah. So what they're trying to say is they really feel bad for how they've treated you in the past, and they feel like they were kind of a snake, like because the girl with the snake it makes them feel like they've crossed your boundaries, that they feel like they might have made you feel like they've used you in some way, or that they were like narcissistic in some way, when really it was just fear. That's all it was. It was never because they didn't love you. It was always because of the fear, and they just wanted to reject you first. And they just wanted to make sure you couldn't, because they've never felt this type of love for anyone ever before. It was just so new to them. They didn't know what this was, and they just didn't want to risk the hurt. So what they'll do is they'll choose relationships which they don't really give a crap, or it's like, if they leave me, they leave me. Who cares? And they'd rather be in that type of relationship, because that way they can't get hurt, and that's how they protect themselves. And so being in a relationship with you where it mattered too much, they're like, oh, I better reject first. That way I'm not rejected, and that way, you don't hurt me, and I'm just going to stay away. And so, but they realize that this is what they did. And so they want you to know that this is how they feel. And that's why, another reason why they're healing their heart. Right now they're healing because they're like, how do I get over? And now that they know that you're their twin flame, that even doubly worsens how they feel about the whole situation. And they also want to let you know that they miss you. This whole separation, they're very sad. They're thinking about you. They're yearning for you. They have sadness. And so they want you to know that they're very sad and they're missing you. So, but the good news is they're ascending. But just so you know, this has a lot to do with you, because you're the one that's awakening and balancing out your own divine feminine, own divine masculine energies, and that's mirroring back to them. And so now that's what they're doing. And as they're ascending, they're making their ways back to you, and even the divine masculine in the fifth dimension is saying, yes, it's upright. Yes, this is going to happen, because these I left if it was reversed, but this was upright. And so, yeah, so your divine masculine, the fifth dimension wants to let you know that this is coming for you. And, they love you so much. And just know now, right now, you're in union with your fifth dimensional twin flame. And so I also have some videos that talk about the divine feminine and what it means to be the divine feminine. And it's also very important in how to magnetize your twin flame, is to be the divine feminine and what that means. And if you don't want to watch those videos, just write it down, or think about what it means to be the divine feminine. Like, what does that mean to you to be a divine feminine? What does it mean to be in your own power? And again, that doesn't mean being the Queen of Swords, because I went that route and it doesn't work. It's not a good route. Okay, well, I do hope you enjoyed this video. Please, if you like this video, please please share, subscribe, and hit the notification button. Check out my other videos. This is a very new channel, and so I'm very grateful for my new subscribers. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And again, I'm going to try and do this weekly, where I'm going to do the fifth dimensional twin flame and the third dimensional twin flame to give you weekly messages. And again, it's kind of a direct, it's for the collective. So please take what resonates and leave the rest. So it is for the collective. If you would like a personal reading and know personally where you're at, please email me. My information is below, and I can give you that information. Okay, thank you so much. Talk to you later. Bye.